Hello, good day everyone. I am John Lady Hanio and together with my group mates, Mr. Russell Adobas, Ms. Alshane Makarandan, and Ms. Kristani Moncada, we will be discussing about the school head in school-based management. At the end of the discussion, you should be able to explain the roles, function, and competencies of the school head in school-based management and explain the meaning, advantages, and disadvantages and demands of SBM. But before anything else, let's take a look to Mr. Astro, the school head of Magayan Elementary School. Currently, their school is now suffering from a low percentage mean score for the exit examination of the grade 6 students. Because of what happened, he calls a meeting including all the stakeholders from their locality to discuss and find solution to solve the problem. The main problem of their school is the absenteeism of the students. And as the meeting goes on, here are the key takeaways. The possible causes are the students spend most of their time in computer shop, and because of that they are starting to lose interest in going to school. So their objective is to reduce unexpected absences to zero. But how can they do that? They need to present problems and seek a solution in PTA meeting, and then the PTA members should have a conversation to the computer shop owner, and the teacher should come up with more interesting lessons to motivate the students to come to school and learn. The person involved here are the PTA officers, teachers, and of course the school head. In general view, we can see in this situation that Mr. Astro sought the help of the stakeholders in order for them to find a right solution in battling the problems that their school is facing. And this is the best act that the school head must take into, because he can gather the thoughts, opinions, and perspective of all the stakeholders involved in this situation. And that is how school-based management is. So what is a school-based management? When we say school-based management, it is a decentralized management initiative by developing power and authority to school heads, teacher, parents, and students, which means that the stakeholders have the control and responsibility, and the school has direct power and authority towards school matters. When we say that the stakeholders have control and responsibility, it comprises the allocation of community and local resources, and it also involves the community programs on the stakeholders participating in the discussion and articulating the school improvement plan. Moreover, in this matter, the school has direct power and authority towards the school matters based on the SBM subsidiary principle, from the DepEd Central Office, the regional office, to the division office, up to the individual school. The school itself is now in the best position to deal with the issue that concerns them, because they are more involved within the context of the situation. They are more informed compared to those on the higher division, and that is why those things that can be handled by them should be handled by them before the higher division takes action. Now, you may be asking why we include stakeholders in the first place. We include them because it is a necessity for them to feel the sense of importance and ownership. Also, the stakeholders undeniably really take the part in the learning and growth of the learners. Consequently, the end goal of school-based management is to achieve a better learning environment. Leading and managing the school requires more than hard work and time. An effective principal or school head, therefore, also needs the following leadership qualities and mindset. First, the school head is visionary. A visionary leader is driven and inspired by what school can and must become. He or she can truly define what to achieve in the course of time. A visionary principal does not settle for the status quo. He strives to meet the desired outcomes. He knows the possibilities and he finds ways to address future challenges. The second one is the principal is learned. A smart school head finds pleasure in valuing the ideas and opinions of intelligent teachers. In an improved and well-managed school, an unhealthy competition does not thrive because everyone's POV or point of view is important. A learned school head must also understand the different legal bases of every program, project, and activity, even as he or she knows when and how to apply this in daily undertakings. Next, the principal should be visible. A principal who is often seen in the school premises promotes stability, calmness, and sustainability. It is easy to respond to the needs of the stakeholders when the school head is around. Next, the school head should be transparent. To be transparent means to be honest at all times, particularly in all financial transactions involving human and technological resources. Transparency in financial management may make or break a school head because the more transparent the school head is, the better for the school. Next, and school head provides technical assistance. A school head must provide TA or technical assistance to those who need it. In fact, technical assistance is one of his or her key result areas. It is provided especially to the new faculty members. It may be in the form of mentoring, coaching, conducting training, workshop, answering some inquiries, leading a team, sharing opinions, correcting, and editing proposals and correspondence. Lastly, the school head knows how to empower people. To empower means to give others the full trust to do something for the betterment of the school. One way doing this is to apply the power of delegation. School head who are afraid to delegate the responsibility are not real leaders and managers. An empowering leader is someone who values the presence of everyone in the organization, happy when someone is leading a team, and does the work, enthusiastic in monitoring the progress of the task, and always prepared to provide inputs and feedback once needed. The legal basis will be discussed by Mr. Russell Adobas.
Hello everyone, I am Russell C. Adobas, a member of Group 7, and I am tasked to report legal basis of school-based management. The Medium-Term Philippines Development Plan 2004 to 2010. The MTPDP 2004-2010 acknowledges that school should be seen as the focus and the locus of educational development and must thus get the attention it deserves from its primary stakeholders, the principal, teachers, students, youth, parents, and community, as well as higher administrative level. All policy initiatives and program interventions in basic education depend mainly on the ability of schools to make good use of these resources in imparting knowledge to students within the framework. The DepEd, in collaboration with all stakeholders in education, shall first develop interventions to make schools continuously perform better through improved teaching processes and greater support from parents, local government units, and community organization. Then encourage the schools to undertake self-evaluation and formulate their own improvement plans and determine the kinds and sources of resources required to improve learning. and continue to re-engineer its system and procedures to maximize the benefits that will go to school, procurement of goods and service, financial management, payroll services, teacher welfare, health and nutrition, alternative learning programs, and management information system. More important, the MTPDP is pushing the school system to adapt various strategies to attain quality education in the country, as it greatly supports the decentralization of management of the public school system. With SBM, the government could maximize local resources and involve communities for improving school outcomes. Republic Act 7160, Local Government Code of the Philippines. This is another local framework that sustains and supports SBM, which is RA 7160, promulgated into law in 1991. The Local Government Code of the Philippines mandates establishment of local school board, which is LSB, in every province, city, or municipality with the following instructions. First, determine in accordance with criteria set by Department of Education, Culture, and Sport. Authorize the provincial, city, or municipal treasurer, as the case may be, to disburse funds from special education. Letter C, serves as an advisory committee to the sanggunian concerned on educational matter. And then recommend changes in the names of public schools within territorial jurisdiction of the local government unit. The RA 7160 further states that the DepEd shall consult the local school board on the appointment of division superintendents, district supervisors, school principal, and other principals and other school officials. The Republic Act 9155, or Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. With the enactment of RA 9155, the state shall encourage local initiatives for improving the quality of basic education. Mainly, the act purports to provide the framework for governance of basic education. We shall set the general directions for educational policies and standards and establish authority, accountability, and responsibility for achieving higher learning outcomes. Then define roles and responsibilities and provide resources to the field of offices which shall implement educational programs, projects, and services in communities they serve. Make schools and learning centers the most important vehicle for teaching and learning of national values and for developing in Filipino learners' love of country and pride into rich heritage. Then ensure that schools and learn centers receive the kind of focused attention they deserve, and that educational programs, projects, and services take into account the interest of all members of the community, and then enable the schools and learning centers to reflect the values of the community by allowing teachers, learning factors, and other staff to have flexibility to serve the needs of all learners. Encourage local initiatives for the improvement of schools and learning centers and to provide the means by which improvements may be achieved and sustained. Lastly, establish school and learning centers as facilities which school children are able to learn a range of core competencies prescribed for elementary and high school education programs, or where the out-of-school youth and adult learners are provided alternative learning programs and receive accreditation for at least the equivalence for a school education. The RA 155 promotes the principle shared governance that recognizes that every part of an organization has a particular role to play at the same time responsible for its outcomes. Shared governance also advances democratic consultation among stakeholders, accountability and transparency, strengthened communication channels, and expanded linkages with other government agencies such as NGOs, POs, and etc. RA 9155 serves as the most important legal basis of SBM or school-based management in the country. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Alshin P. Makarandan from the Group 7 and I am going to report the advantages and disadvantages of school-based management. One of the advantages of school-based management is allow competent individuals in the school to make decisions that will improve learning. School-based management stakeholders including teachers, parents, the school head, and others members of the school community are all involved in making decisions that will strengthen or improve the school or institution. There is a strong likelihood that the school will improve in terms of students' learning and learning environment. Give the entire school community a voice in key decisions. Every stakeholders, including teachers, parents, and other members of the community has a voice, and they are open to any proposals or suggestions for the development and resolution of problems in an institution or school. Improve morale of teachers and nurture new leadership at all levels. This is one of the most aspects of the school-based management is that it fosters cohesiveness. Every stakeholder, including teachers, parents, and community leader, is a part of this organization or contributes to the community's improvement. Involving stakeholders is also helpful in the mobilization of local resources to complement public resources. Through SBM, problems and needs at the school level get solved faster and specific personalities and cultures are taken into consideration. In multi-layered hierarchical organizations like TIP-Ed, these personalities and cultures are generally ignored. Procedures and allocating guidelines are given and applied to everyone. In a hierarchical organization, if schools have to wait for answers from above, if it takes longer to fix problems. As a result of the delays, teachers and students are frustrated. So with SPM, it aids in the speedier resolution of delays or problems. School-based management makes school accountable to the stakeholders. Schools take responsibility for planning and implementing their school improvement plans or SIP. In school-based management, schools are held more accountable for their outcomes as they are granted more power. As we can see from the advantages of SBM, the teacher, the school head, and the parents are in touch with one another and need to interact or connect in order for the learner or students to get a better learning outcome. Parents must inform and assess their children in order for them to progress, and learners must follow the instruction of the teachers and the school head. Some of the problems that school-based management stakeholders might encounter include more work for stakeholders, less efficiency, and even school performance, an increased need for staff development, confusion about new rules and responsibilities, coordination difficulties. When stakeholders, particularly students, teachers, and members of the school community, are unaware or lack of knowledge about what SBM is, how it is implemented, and the progress linked to school programs or projects, school-based managements become ineffective. This could indicate that school personnel need to put in more effort to help or assisting them. Barriers that may prevent SBM from being implemented successfully includes lack of knowledge by stakeholders of what SBM is and how it works, lack of decision-making and communication skills, lack of trust among stakeholders. Lack of decision-making and communication skills among stakeholders can contribute to low morale. Misunderstandings, missed opportunities, and conflict can all result from lack of communication skills. Ineffectiveness and capacity for development and successful SBM could result from lack of decision-making among stakeholders. Lack of trust among stakeholders due of lack of trust among stakeholders, they may keep crucial information or decision hidden from one another. As a result, they may obstruct others' work and prevent the institution from progressing. Teachers, parents, and other members of the school community work together or collaborate more readily and efficiently when there is trust. The interaction between stakeholders can boost project confidence and speed up problem solving and decision making. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. So again, when we say school-based management, it is aimed to enhance school systems, improve teaching and learning for better students, achievements, empower school officials, and train them to be better leaders, promote accountability, and also with the pandemic are still around, ensure the safety and welfare of all members of school communities. It serves as on how do our school utilities and staff upholding the diverse curriculum that were discriminated to every student. It is mandated to guide us the basis of how do school ethical must undergo and must consume by every individuals, portraying the essence of giving and receiving knowledge. School-based management has best practices such as promoting the school in the community, like for example involving the PTA or Parents Teachers Association in most programs, projects, activities of the school, and also schedule regular meeting with the PTA officers. So also sample projects, school beautification. It is one of the agenda in the meetings to maintain the cleanliness of the school and the community. Like for example, the cleanup drive, diba? The Pintakasi or Brigada, which is commonly ginagawa talaga taon-taon. Planting vegetables, may mga garden, mga pagtatanim ng mga flowers to bring beautification to the school. And curriculum and instructions, especially in this pandemic time. We do preparation, distribution, and retrieval of self-learning modules, and also my virtual meetings and online class. Then, which is very helpful talaga sa mga students and teachers. Mas na papadali nito ang pag-aaral kahit sa pandemya pa man. So again, school-based management practices covers the various activities that every school, staff, and department must implement. It is aimed to have more continual interaction and communication sa students at sa mga ating teachers. And as well, magka-maintain din tayo ng organizational and peace sa institution natin. And this practice covers promoting the school and the community, yun nga, by disseminating school information background through school community meeting, and mga pagpapaganda at pag-maintain ng cleanliness at beauty of the school. It is a need to have a program that mandates students to maintain the beauty of the school nga. So the curriculum instructions in this pandemic, acquiring knowledge becomes critical nowadays talaga. So malaking tulong yung ganitong bagay. It a must to find other strategy that will extend the communication between students and the teachers. So very helpful talaga. So that's all. Thank you.